How has week 2 of my burlesque action plan been, I hear you ask? Well, the answer is not great. I've been ill for, I don't even know now, probably about 5 days, and I'm still not better. So work has been minimal, but I have had another delivery arrive, so I'm going to show you what has arrived and what I'm working with. Let's start off with these cute little ruffly bloomers. Now these, I was hoping to cut that heart shape out of the bum, but I think I may have set myself a bit of a challenge here, so I'm going to have to really research how best to do that. So if any of you guys have done anything like that before, please let me know, because I have nowhere to start in these kind of keeping their structure. Do I need to add something to the fabric to make it stiffer? What do? I don't know. So yeah, I might have to test it out on a bit of fabric first and see how that goes. I also bought 2 different pairs of tights that I was going to chop up and use as stockings. So sorry about my voice, I'm really struggling. So I've got red ones and I've got the black ones. So yeah, I'll chop those up and see how those look as stockings. I may not use them, I may use them, we'll see how that goes. One of my favourite things that has arrived is my tiny little sword hairpin, which is just like the best thing ever, and I think it's going to work so well. So when I pull that out of my hair, I'm then going to use it to look like I'm cutting open my corset and dress. So yeah, really pleased with that, and I really hope this works. Other bits that I've bought are my crown, which I think is going to work beautifully. I did buy these tassel earrings, which I usually, if I want like a nicer looking tassel, will buy a pair of earrings, or even curtain holdbacks as well if I want a really big one. So this was just to use as like a zip undo zip tassel on the front of my dress. But as I'll show you in a minute, the fabric for my dress has arrived, and I've got 3 different pink colours, which is brilliant. So another challenge. I've also bought a bit more jewellery for the jewellery box, so lots of like little sparkly bits, and this necklace and earrings as well. So yeah, more sparkly bits to add, and of course these will come in handy for other acts as well as the costume jewellery for those pieces. Right then, so now I'm going to take you over to the bed in the most unsexual way and show you the other bits that I have purchased. Okay, so one part of the costuming that I did actually start was the beading on the cage skirt. So that was coming along nicely until I got ill. As you can see as well, I've also bought the underbust corset and the front fastening bra, which I think might be a little bit too small, but I'll see what I can do with that. I've also bought this ruffle ribbon because it looks a bit rough around here, so I was thinking about adding the ruffles around the edge once I finish with the beading. Right, so moving on to the fabric, this is where I have a little bit of an issue because the fabric is a different pink to the top. I don't know if it's coming across on the video here, but I'm hoping once I've kind of made the roughly pinned parts of the skirt, it's not going to be as noticeable. But then when I introduce the tassel as well, is that just too many different pinks? I don't know. I'm just going to have to see. Make it and see. And I did contemplate whether to add some chiffon or something over the top in a darker colour just to help that, but I'm going to make it and see what happens, and we'll go from there. And then the final purchase was this wig, which was really cheap. I can't remember how much it was. I don't think it was any more than £15. But yeah, I was quite pleased with how she looks. But I also bought some clip-in extensions in 2 different greys and a pink, which I'm going to sort of work through the hair, and hopefully, hang on, let me clip her in. Hopefully I can work this kind of around the hairline a little bit so it looks a little bit more realistic, but also anything white in stage lighting just gets completely lost. So adding in these colours is going to hopefully add a bit more depth to it as well. So that's going to be quite a fun little project for me to do. So, terrible week, really. I've been out of action for most of it. So hopefully this week I will perk up a lot and crack on with the job at hand. I have blocked out most of my calendar that was left for this week because I really need to recover properly. So hopefully a few hours sort of on the sofa doing some crafting for this will really help get my energy back up again. I'm a week behind, essentially, pretty much. So this week is going to be costuming, putting together all of these pieces that you can see. Like I said, I've started off my the cage skirt, so hopefully I can get that finished and show you guys. And the corset as well has arrived. I realise I have already got quite a few red rhinestones, so I might just purchase a few black ones and maybe some silver or gold, just to do those little clusters sort of within the waist and the hip area on the corset, so it looks like encrusted blood. And also on the knickers as well, like I said, with the heart cut out, I want to encrust around the edge in rhinestones. So lots of work to do, and hopefully I'll stop being ill now and be able to actually do some work. But yeah, I'm sorry I've not checked in with you this week until now. It has been awful, just absolutely awful. I've just been in bed, shivering and hot at the same time, just feeling terrible. So yeah, onwards and upwards. I'm going to be super healthy from now on because I feel like I've had this year's fill of illness is done. I'm done. So yeah, join me for my 12-week burlesque action plan. This is the beginning of week 3. Week 2 was a complete washout. It was, yeah, nothing happened. So week 3 hopefully is going to be full of action, and I'm going to get lots done and keep you guys posted on the way. So yeah, hit subscribe and join me for the rest of this 12-week journey.